Hey guys, I know it's impromptu. I don't expect a lot of folks to be on right now, but we are in Puerto Rico. It's been a while, but we're here. We're on the Norwegian Encore. If you follow along with us on Instagram, there's definitely some stuff from the Norwegian Encore. Having a blast so far. This is our first port of call. We're in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So far, so good.
We decided to take one of the tours offered by the local company. It's for an hour just to go see a few of the sites. We're actually here until 11:29 p.m. We have to be back on the ship. But we figured, why not just get out, see something really quick, show y'all some sites, and, see what it's all about.
Exactly. So you get to come along for the ride, or you lucky devils. So we're just waiting for our tour guide to come on. We're waiting for a couple more folks, and we're going to be up on the way. So meanwhile, if you guys have any questions about Norwegian and the restart, we're definitely here for you guys and answer those questions. So
because there's definitely some differences between now we have 4 different cruise lines to compare and contrast. So there's definitely some things that are different on this one. For instance, for this particular cruise on Norwegian, it is 100% vaccinated.
yeah,
So, but I still find that a little funny because, so we're getting off the cruise ship to come into port, and they're like, oh, you have to have your vaccination card.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Well,
we all had to be vaccinated.
well, here's the thing. Now there are some other cruise lines who aren't 100% vaccinated, but the local government still dictates what they want. So
That is true.
So-
But when we got off, we didn't have to show it to anyone.
so
I'm a little short, thank you. We didn't have to show it to anyone. And so we got on the bus here, as you can tell we're on the bus. We didn't have to show it to anyone. And they said when we come back, we just have to show them our ID. So I'm wondering, when do we show this? Because if it's for Norwegian, all I'm saying is it doesn't make sense. But whatever. It is what it is.
yeah,
Yes, I know. I'm the pessimistic one, huh?
yeah.
Anyway, it's okay. So that's the one thing. But with Norwegian, I will say we have the opportunity to be around the boat without our masks on. That is actually interesting.
Yeah.
Haven't done that in a long time. Haven't done that in a long time. As a matter of fact, we haven't done that since our very first cruise back, and that was on Carnival Vista, where everybody pretty much had to be vaccinated unless you got a waiver, and then we got to walk around with our masks off. And then after that, they're like, "Oh no, have your mask back on." So this is actually interesting, and it's kind of nice in a way. I am still a little nervous because I'm not going to take light of what's going on. We know that there is a new variant, the Omicron, thank you, that they have discovered in South America. Forgive me, South Africa. So, I'm not making light of it. So, it is what it is. But
Exactly.
Lexi, let me hold this. Lexi likes to sleep. So Lexi hasn't been out of the room too much. Y'all know how it is. Anyway, so the Norwegian is really nice. We're gonna give y'all some shots from the cruise. The goal is this time around that I work on the video while on the cruise and try to upload. That's the goal.
Let's see how that goes.
I, unlike him, brought electronics.
Coming in, so that's good.
So
Is the AC good?
Yep.
So as you can tell, we're on the bus here. He's just trying to get a couple more people. Excuse me. And then we can get going. So, we got a couple more people arriving. So that's good. So for the Norwegian, it is a beautiful boat.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. And y'all,
Let's get this bus moving.
Yeah.
yeah. Ricky is going to have to tell y'all all about IMO, which is the International Man of Leisure Belt.
95 today, right, boss?
So,
It's 95
he'll pop in a moment, tell y'all a little bit about that, of going around the cruise. I will say this, I like the vibe of the cruise. It is really nice. I do have a quick shot that I'm going to put up on YouTube for their 80s party that they had last night. I'm not gonna lie, I was out there actually on the jogging track, and oh hey,
Got on hard. We just watch it. We know it's in the middle of the day.
yeah, we know. But they were playing 80s music, y'all. When I tell y'all, I was hearing songs I haven't heard in a good minute. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Just let me be Lexi for the moment. Let me tell y'all, I love me some good 80s music, some good 90s music, and it's funny because now that's like the oldies but goodies type of thing. You know, that's the old music. It's like, what? I grew up on that. What y'all talking about? So, yeah, that's quite interesting.
Is it okay?
Because they're the only people coming on.
So yeah, that was one of the things that was happening yesterday. I do want to say that the very first night, now I ain't trying to say nothing, but this man from Nashville, Tennessee, he was singing them soul songs. He said he grew up, what's his name, Chris Burke, I think it is. And he grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. His mom used to listen to soul music. His dad used to listen to country music. He's the youngest. His brothers would listen to everything from A to Z, it seemed. And he just absorbed everything. And his nice music is the bomb. Yes, I'm gonna tell you just in a moment. Traveling Hawk, give us just a second. And when I tell you, he was like, I absolutely love soul music. He really just became a fan of it and learned to sing the different songs. And I just was rocking out. Ricky didn't make it. He was somewhere else. So, but let me go ahead and tell y'all.
No, two more. No, we're not. Because you know what? I just don't want to have you wait forever, you know?
Yes.
Thank you. So we are actually in Puerto Rico, and we're going to take a 1-hour tour. So we're actually doing an offbeat, not necessarily offbeat tour, but we're not going through one of the excursions for the ship.
It's one of the right outside the gate.
Is anybody here from New York City?
It's the track.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's actually a relatively cheap price. It's $15 per person. It is 1 hour, so that's really good. So we're going to show y'all some sights and some sounds, some sights of Puerto Rico. And so let's just take a look real quick at some of the ships that are out here right now. So right now you see, so that's the Allure of the Seas. So you all, we will be on there. Coming to you live from there next week. We are going there. This one in front of us, that's Celebrity Edge, excuse me. Okay, it's kind of hard to, at this moment I can't show you the other two, but Norwegian, we're on the Encore, so that's the next ship over. And then off in the distance is Royal Caribbean, but I didn't catch what it was. It was some, yeah, I didn't catch what it was.
We see three of y'all watching, 4 of y'all watching. Thank you. So if you guys got questions, just let us know.
Yeah.
Those are sometimes the best tours.
Can you hear me back there?
Oh yeah. We normally don't do
like my house when I go to my house, you know, it's like,
we like the security of booking it with the cruise line, so we don't get left. So it is 1 hour, and we're here till like
11:29 p.m.
So if something should happen, which we hope nothing does happen, but just in case, we can get back here in Family Matters.
So we're gonna.
Yeah.
So y'all are gonna hear the driver.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna hear the driver give some tours, some information. So yeah.
From the cruise ship, everybody's like looking forward. It's been very hot, my friend.
So let me show y'all what we see.
I'm surprised you see the temperature at this time of the year.
There's the I Love Puerto Rico sign right there. We'll get a picture of that when we get back. And there's the Encore right there on the other side of the flag.
Yes. And then, like I said, in the distance is, I believe, a Royal Caribbean ship.
Another tidbit, guys. We're actually coming to you guys live. We don't have Wi-Fi, but we're on our US internet plan. So I have AT&T, so you're seeing us via AT&T in a US territory. So it's something to keep in mind when cruising.
Great.
Yeah.
Right here. Let's not. Because unfortunately he would like it. We're all about Detroit teams.
Yeah, Detroit.
Y'all know we're all about Detroit, y'all. What can I say? Oh yes, we're all about Detroit. Lions, Tigers, Bears, and oh my. But Lions and Tigers and the Red Wings and Michigan and
all that.
Yep. They are, but I just felt like saying Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my.
I feel you.
If you guys out there, if you haven't subscribed to us, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button.
Over here, we love our baseball here, just so you know, my friends, okay?
Okay.
We're a big fan of baseball.
Oh, see, look, selling purses. Oh, this is kind of cute. But I haven't worn a purse in a long time. Well, a purse like that. Oh, Ralph Lauren. Polo.
That's the major sport here on the island of Puerto Rico.
Ooh, there's a place called the G-Spot. Are you looking at?
We have,
It's called the G-Spot. Hello.
This is a family-friendly show.
We'll keep it PG.
CBS people.
That's a name that a lot of people don't know. He was a big,
So,
yeah. Roberto Clemente was,
real quick, this is our first time in Puerto Rico, so we're excited to see any and everything. And like we said, it is a U.S. territory for those who do not know. So, of course, we're going to see a lot of American shops and things and ways, but hey,
but it's not soccer.
what can I
Soccer
say?
is more Central America, right? Soccer is more Mexico, Mexico, right? But Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic are mostly oriented towards the baseball.
Okay.
Always have been for centuries, since baseball was introduced here. Over 100
So if you
years
can't
ago.
hear,
Stop sign.
oh, there's the stop sign.
That's how we say it in Spanish. We say pelota baseball.
So here in Puerto Rico, their sport of choice is baseball.
How do you like it so far, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Look at the charm of Old San Juan. We're in Old Town, by the way.
we're in Old San Juan right now.
can't hear you.
Sorry. We're in Old Town right now. I'm trying to get my microphone together. We're in Old San Juan right now. Okay?
Oh, Old San Juan. Okay.
Okay, Old San Juan.
We're just in the bottom. We're just in the bottom of Old San Juan. We're just in the bottom section of Old San Juan. Hello.
He said the bottom section of Old San Juan. Oh, that's pretty.
So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you this part over here, where the wall is at, before I get to the more interesting part of the history, which is the castle. Okay.
Okay.
Castle I'm going to leave for the end.
All right, so y'all will see the castle at the end.
It's for the obvious reasons. Look at the wall right here.
Okay.
This was not built 30 years ago, right?
Correct.
This was built way before the discovery of the Americas, of the United States. I mean, this goes in time. This was a colony from Spain, particularly Puerto Rico, was controlled by the Spanish government for 500 years. And while they were here in Puerto Rico, this is what they did. They built massive, but I mean massive walls extending from the eastern side of the islet of San Juan all the way to the top peak of the Fortress of El Morro. So in essence, Jose Juan offers the term, offers the history, the culture, but also most importantly, the architecture. You know what I mean? And it's very cool when people get up and see this for the first time. They're mesmerized by seeing something they don't see back in the United States of America.
Look at the kitty cat.
Especially when it comes to
Y'all know all of them about
Okay?
pets.
So far, can you hear me? Yes?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Hopefully y'all can hear him.
Now, but for the time, I'm going to have to raise my voice. This building over here you see on the right-hand side was the old jailhouse.
Hey, the old
But I never
jailhouse.
was there, my friend. I have to say that in a joking manner, of course.
Of course.
But this was the old prison dating back to colonial time. On the wall it says 1837 because that was the year in which this building was built for the prisoners. Until the year 1972 when it was completely closed. And of course our company, the tourism department, pretty much controls this right now. They monitor this, their building right here. But this was the old prison during the Spanish colonial time. Ain't that a pretty one?
Oh yeah.
Wow, yes.
Very much, very
The old
it's
prison,
very
he
much
said you are.
neoclassic, because that was the type of architecture that the Spanish used back in those years.
Neoclassic.
Not only here, in Cuba, Dominican Republic, Mexico, and Colombia as well, okay? It was the same architecture. Amigos, those that are sitting on the left-hand side, look at the yellow building above the jail. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Notice that it's very narrow.
Yeah.
And I mean very narrow is very narrow. It is listed at 5 feet 4 inches.
All right.
The white. That building is listed on the Book of World Record as being the smallest and narrowest building of all, okay?
Okay.
Ain't that something? I would love to stay there for one night at least now.
So there's a yellow building up
But
there.
anyways, right
It's hard
above,
to
I'm
see
trying to think one, on the way up,
behind the trees.
above the 150
There we
feet
go.
wall, you see right in between the red one and the blue one, my friend, okay? It is the narrowest building of all in the Americas, my friend, in the West Indies. That's we are part. Excuse me, of the West Indies, okay? Muy bueno. The main language here is Spanish. Spanish is a mandatory language, and English is a secondary language. But we have another language. Which one do you think it is?
French,
No,
Portuguese.
it's called Spanglish.
Ah.
That works.
My friend, I'm working on my jokes, okay?
There you go.
I'm working on my jokes.
So here he says Spanish is the mandatory language, and then English is the second one.
Just a matter of time. I can
Hey, down on the cruisers. Hey guys.
Hey, down on the cruisers.
On the right-hand side is the harbor of San Juan. And
Okay.
in the harbor of San Juan, towards the other side of the peninsula, we have the Bacardi Rum Factory. Has anybody heard of the rum factory before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Bacardi Rum Factory.
Rum.
Oh, I was like,
Rum
oh.
factory.
Bacardi Rum Factory.
Yep.
I was like, that didn't sound right.
That's what they
Okay. Y'all are working on my hearing, working on my hearing.
for us here,
So we're here trying to give y'all a tour of Puerto Rico.
especially during
And so far it's interesting, you know, to learn the history.
Hey, you're trying down under. We're trying. Trying to have all this fun.
our Christmas
Hey,
starts in November.
I forgot about you. We know you're gonna be doing the show with you guys, so
And it ends on January the 6th.
we're gonna work it out.
So they're just mentioning something about a show. I think like a Christmas type of show, but I kind of missed it.
I'm sorry.
We're trying to give y'all commentary as well as listen, as well as show y'all. So this is the harbor he was just mentioning.
When you talk about Christmas time in Puerto Rico, it's just something that it makes you feel so enlightened, you know, and all happy. And
So he was saying Christmas time in Puerto Rico makes them feel enlightened, happening.
the Three Kings Day, that's, you know about the Three Kings Day, right? That's how you
And they celebrate the Three Kings. See, another shot of the Allure of the Seas.
Right through here. Avoid the traffic, right? I was one that going through traffic. Very good question. If you want to drive, you asked me a very good question. Remember, the island of Puerto Rico is not as big as Cuba or as Dominican, right? So it takes you about 7 hours to circle the whole island, okay?
Okay.
I did that once, and I ain't doing that again.
So he says about 7 hours to circle this whole
I'm used
island.
to driving so long, you know?
Oh, there's another kitty.
Listen, my friend, what I'm showing you right now is just the tip of the iceberg. I cannot show you the whole island in one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I cannot do that. People think that I can show you the whole island, you know? I can show you the highlights of San Juan and that's about it.
Yeah.
But when you ever come back again, let's say on vacation, and want to spend a couple of days in Puerto Rico, then you can say, you know what? Let me do the whole island thing, right? Let me circle around and maybe see Ponce, or maybe see the Bio Bay, or maybe see the rainforest for that matter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So those are the highlights of Puerto Rico. It's not just old San Juan, even though this is pretty. And I love it a lot. I grew up
Okay,
here
so
when I
what
was
he's
a child,
saying
so it
is,
brings a lot of memories.
if you want to really see the island, y'all come back for a couple of days and kind of break it up
And guess
into
what,
these
guys?
different
The
areas.
ship is still clear.
Uh-huh. Hey, y'all, we can go check ourselves to the post office. Once again, the Celebrity Edge.
I had to add a little momentum, right? By the way, we had 3 ships today. First time in the whole pandemic, 3 ships.
Wow. Nice.
First time since the whole
First time
pandemic,
since
3
pandemic.
ships
We
here.
have 3 ships, and
3
tomorrow we
ships.
have 2, so it's picking
Tomorrow
up
they
little by
have
little.
That's good. That's very good.
So
And I hope to
that's
God,
actually
my
quite
friends, regarding the
interesting.
math,
Hey,
I
you
hope
know,
that a
it's
couple
coming
of
back.
months
We're
not
coming
to worry
back,
this
y'all.
so longer because I'm praying, okay?
Yes.
I'm praying for everybody, not just for ourselves, right? But for everybody. And we won't have to keep on wearing this because it's really very what's the word? Aggravating, you know? You know what? There was a one
So,
point, there was a big spike on the station.
Hold on, I missed the comment.
Protection death and would have been
Watch that.
So it's not as bad as it was, okay? Like in Florida,
Three
you know, there
folks,
was a
we're going
spike,
to
you know?
organize a group cruise Christmas
Okay,
2024.
amigo. See this school over here, my friend?
Oh,
PS1.
is that gonna be out of Australia?
I attended that school. But guess what? I never took class. Maybe once.
That would be something interesting for 2024. Absolutely. We would definitely love to take a look at that.
The building we're about to see on the
He
right-hand
even got
side,
time.
this
I
white building
almost
with
like
the facade
cancel what we have
is our
and do that.
taxes building.
That'll give us more time to do it.
Not good, right?
Yeah.
This is our taxes
It will be
building.
out of Australia. Okay.
Remember something, we are exempt from the federal taxes in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Did you guys know about that? No. And the reason why I say this is because Puerto Rico is not officially on the 50 on the
Right.
states on the list.
Right.
So let's understand that Puerto Rico is not a state, and I'm not sure if it will ever be, because they've been talking about this for so long, you know, since I was a 3rd grader talking about the same thing. When is Puerto Rico going to become part of the state? But before I indulge in more conversation, I want you to look at this building on the left side. This was the first public library built in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Wow.
And notice a lot of people don't seem to know the history, but there's a name there that says Carnegie. Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was a philanthropist. He donated money and money and money for libraries. Well, he donated $100,000 for the building of that building. And that means a lot for us. So that building, as you can see, all neoplastic, was the first public library built
Got a
on
little too big.
Puerto Rico. Okay? Puerto Rico. Next up, we got also.
Now y'all know I'm all about libraries.
Yeah. Libraries, museums,
All of that.
all over it.
1874 building. And notice it
that
says
is so
Casa de
pretty.
España because the original owners were from Spanish descent. And it has still remained until this point people of Spanish descent. So this is a beautiful, one of my favorite buildings because of the facade and the architecture. I love that building.
What did they use for right now?
It's used mostly for administrative, associated with the city hall, that sort of thing. Amigos, the monument.
Yeah.
You see on the right side, it is to honor all the police officers that have fallen, Very important. But also, we have to respect the 2 flags. We have the American flag, right? because Puerto Rico is part of the United States and will continue to be part of the United States. But we also have our flag, which was amended in 1952, which is the Puerto Rican flag. We have one flag, and we honorably respect the bold flag. Okay?
See, I had a chance to see the American flag and the Puerto Rican flag. Even though they're just a territory, they have their own flag and they don't pay federal taxes.
Before we stop, I want you to look at that monument that says, "Let 6 billion candles glow against the darkness of the unfinished life." To honor the Jewish population, remember, during World War
part of the
II,
Jewish
many
population.
Jews died, right, during the Holocaust. And this was a way to honor the Jewish people, okay? And that is what it represents, my friend. Amigos, you're going to love this stuff. This is going to be our first stop. Does anybody recognize any of those faces on the right side? You guys are very smart, so I know anybody got to know this a little bit.
President.
Who said Roosevelt?
I did.
Very good. That's Teddy Roosevelt. They used to call him Teddy. There's a reason why they call him Teddy, but I'll talk about that a little bit later on. And the second one, if you could tell me the second president here, dinner's on me.
Is that Wilson?
Well, Woodrow Wilson came a little bit after. But you
Truman?
were very, that's actually, I'm sorry, Woodrow Wilson came before World War I, so no, it's not Woodrow Wilson.
I don't know why I want to say Truman.
John F. Kennedy, remember?
Oh no.
The guy that didn't do well during the Depression, Herbert Hoover, remember him?
Yep.
Hoover.
Okay. This is not my
Gotta work on my history, y'all.
Amigos, I'm going to let this beautiful family of all of you guys take some pictures out. This is going to be about a good 10 to 15 minutes up. We can take photos of the president.
Okay.
And we can take also this over here. I've been talking about the wonderful Capitol building. This is our major,
We're going to show y'all the Capitol building in a few.
We're
We're starting to get off of here
You
now.
got it? You sure about that? Either way, I do that. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Don't have to worry about it. It's about a good 10 to 15 minutes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on. We're making it. Oh.
I like it. Okay. Come on and take all the photos. Very good answer. I like it.
All right.
Nobody gives me that Teddy Roosevelt, my lady. No, you can't
Took the pictures.
We're still live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why does somebody got it wrong?
So I'll let you talk and take pictures and stuff.
Oh my God, it's the Spanish-American War. The Battle of the San Juan Hill, there's a lot about it. I hear it.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, okay. So we got it on the back end of it. Okay. Yes. So we got President Hoover over here. Theodore Roosevelt. Ah. What's up?
Okay, switch. You
Switch.
got pics, I got commentary. Okay, y'all, so here are the presidents that they were talking about. So remember they were mentioning about World War I. So we wouldn't be able to show y'all. So we're getting off here to be able to talk a little bit. And then I want to make sure I capture this. Is actually a nice view of the government building there. I mean, I guess I can walk across the street, but y'all know I'm old. I can't be walking across the street like that. Like, I just can't be doing that. But let's take a look at Felicia de Reyes. What is it? Sorry, folks, in this skedaddle. And we're fully understand. Thank you so much. And if you want to see the rest, just tune in later to see the rest of it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
All right, so as you can tell, you know, we're starting into the next season here. Not yet.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to show you all kind of more up close, because remember, they were talking about the Jewish people. And so, sorry y'all, I'm trying to walk, talk, and not fall because I got the super long skirt on. And, you know, because Ricky just insists I wear skirts or dresses or something. Who knows? So let's take a look. This isn't about me. So if you take a look here, this is just absolutely beautiful. See if I can squeeze it down. Can't. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so it says, let 6 million candles glow against the darkness of these unfinished lives. So, you know, it's just like, wow. Sometimes it just helps you put it in perspective. And then here, when we talk about the Holocaust Memorial, not certain if you all can see all this. I know it's kind of a glare. Okay. But just kind of let you know. And then I'm just going to walk around a little bit. I'm probably doing this backwards. I really probably am. All right. I apologize, y'all. I seem to work right to left. But they're giving some information here. Path of the righteous. And just talks about honors individuals who at great risk of themselves and their families made the effort to save Jews during the Holocaust. And, you know, that to me, that is just so important, because we know that people throughout history have risked their lives for others. Let me get a little bit better out the sun, y'all. Risk their lives for others. And so just to see something like this, you know, it just makes you just feel a little bit more connected. But I want to show y'all a couple more here. So it says, in the shadow of their absence. Okay. And it's about the impact of the Holocaust on current and future generations. And then we come here, talking about tolerance, the murder of 6 million Jews and millions of other victims succeeded because of prejudice, indifference, and silence. Never shall I forget. And then a poem. It's in the book Night, which I know, how can I be an English teacher and I haven't read Night yet? I haven't, but I will. It is my goal. Here we go. The righteous among the nations. Millions of other victims. I guess I could probably show y'all pictures here. Talks about 1.5 million children and how they were extremely vulnerable. Liberation. Okay. The resistance. Talking about the death camps. And then, of course, the sign. And it's just like, wow, you have all of this history here of talking about it right in the midst of just modern everyday. I mean, look, it says home spot in the back, and what is that, tuplano.com and moneyhousepr.com and a fitness center, you know. And it's like, wow, all this history here just kind of explaining about kind of what's going on. Like I say, here you have deportation, the final solution, the ghettos. Okay, forgive me because I really can't pronounce this word. Kristallnacht. And then talking about kind of how the rise of the Nazi Party. And then going along, once again, just kind of give you a map and telling you what happened. And then the timeline, you know. So when you come here and you see this and you're just like, wow, you know, what these people had to go through, but then how much things have gotten better in some ways, but maybe not in others. And it just, for me, this just does something to me. And I love when I go to travel to like learn about their history or their culture some, not just, oh, how can, you know, I go and see the prettiest and or buy the most stuff. No, I like to be able to see a little bit. So I'm gonna walk up the ramp because the stairs is just about to kill me. Y'all, this is about as much as I've talked on here forever. I don't even know how I feel about that. Oh, I wonder if they're waiting for us. I'm not certain. They may be. Okay, and the backside of the presidents tell you who was who. Okay, so Roosevelt and Hoover. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I covered all that. And then here is the righty. So we're heading back
We're
to
the guys from San Antonio.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
So this is all the, just want to give you a little insight. This is our Capitol building, my friend.
Okay.
It's the largest building of all. It was built in 1929.
Okay.
And it's all made out of marble.
Marble?
So,
Okay.
Oh,
but
wow.
it represents the laws of Puerto Rico. This is where the laws are made in Puerto Rico, okay?
Okay, cool. So y'all got firsthand about this building made out of marble, and it represents the laws of Puerto Rico. Alrighty.
Right there.
John F. Kennedy, Obama, Barack Obama.
Oh, wow.
Right there.
Oh,
Remember, Barack Obama was here about 7 or 8 years ago, I think. No, even more than that.
excuse us.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So they have pics of quite a few of the presidents. Well, not pics, but statues. Quite a few of the presidents here. So we'll get a chance to see a couple of them as we're pulling on down the street here. So let's take a look.
Better here, right?
All right.
Amigos, did you all like the stop? How do you say the stop?
Yes, yes. Take a look up here. So I'm all about history, y'all. And I want to expose y'all to it as much as possible. Why? Because that's what Lexi does. Ricky, not so much. That's what Lexi does.
And it's our national drink of the island.
But this is actually quite interesting. Like I said, we've never been here to Puerto Rico. And to be honest, we don't know a whole lot about Puerto Rico. So this is really nice to learn a lot.
That's another thing. We won't talk about that.
He was up there talking about moonshine.
All the flavors you want. We got coconut, we got mango.
Oh, they got quite a few flavors of moonshine
Flavors of moonshine here in Puerto Rico.
in Puerto Rico. Okay, for those of you who do a little moonshine. All right, all right.
Yeah, you could. You have to talk to the right people and get it over here. When it comes to me, and I can find out, you know? I got good friends in the countryside that, you know, they work.
He's saying you got to know somebody to get a little moonshine, but it's okay.
knows a person.
He knows somebody. He knows a person.
I got a guy.
Right.
Guys blocking everything here. How am I supposed to pass by? Well,
There we
this guy-
now he's on the
the guy that's driving this is a good
Okay,
friend of
so
mine.
Might not catch it.
take a look. Some more of the presidents.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
How's it wet? You know what? It needs work.
So
Ask me
we're
about the
talking
salaries here in Puerto Rico.
about the what?
Salaries.
Salaries. Okay.
Versus salaries in the mainland. For example, a teacher working in the elementary school system would probably get anywhere from $2,000 a month.
Oh my.
That's about $24,000 a year.
Ooh.
You cannot live in Puerto Rico on a salary of $24,000 a year
Wow.
unless you have someone.
And I thought I was
who
getting
is
paid low
supporting
pay.
you,
That's
a
horrible.
wife. Then you can conjoin two salaries and make it, you know what? And that's a different ballgame. But with $24,000 living in San Juan, that's impossible. You cannot bear yourself. The jobs are not as equal as the jobs in the States, my friend. So sometimes people have to work double jobs, you know, to compensate for the expenses. You know what I mean? So it's not easy, but it's livable. You can live. You can live. The salary, the minimum wage salary here is $8.50. So
Wow.
it gives you an idea that it still needs a little, you know what I'm saying? They said it was going to go up to $12 or something like that. Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. They said it, and they didn't say anything went wrong, but they did say that maybe about 8 to 10 months ago, and I heard it on the news, and you're right. They were going to pass some bill or something like that to raise the city.
So he was talking about the pay. Now, I have worked at elementary, and you know, my very first teaching job, y'all, I think I got paid $19,000, either $19,000 or $21,000 for the year. You can't live off of that. That's horrible. Here I was teaching those babies. Yep, they got graffiti here too. Try to pan over here to see.
You know, like anything, there's a little bit of that in Puerto Rico.
They're asking about like how is the gang life here? Is it a lot? He's saying yes, there's still some.
Like any place, you know, it's a big city, and when you have a big city, there's always going to be
some of the locals.
This is the Church of St. Augustine. Has anybody ever remembered the Flying Nun, the show, the series of the Flying Nun, Sally Field? Yeah. Well, this is going back then. Well, a lot of the episodes were filmed inside that church. Yeah, I would say, I'm not saying a lot specifically, maybe several episodes were filmed. According to my sources, you know, this is going back in the 60s, you know?
So back in the 60s, say.
Field, right?
Thank you.
So I think she's still around if I'm not mistaken. How much is gas over there? Well, buddy, you can see that the price is 91.7, which is equivalent to the per liter system we have here.
Okay.
So basically, that is equivalent to about, let's say, towards about $3.60 per gallon.
So the gas is equivalent about $3.64 per gallon over here.
So we're by the liters here, remember?
They're by liter here, but of course we do by gallon in the mainland.
That's what I meant to say. By the metric system, okay? Metric. So we'll say something. So it's a little bit different. Okay? Not bad. Now I want to show you where all the ritzy people live, okay? The rich people with money, okay? I'm not one of them, okay? I used to, she mentioned undercover boss. I used to love watching that. And I think there are reruns of that. I still actually watch, but no, I don't actually.
So
there's a lot of shows that I watch. You know? House Hunter.
he would like to take us by where more the wealthy people live. So this should be interesting. I like to see where wealthy folk live too. I can always drink and a girl can drink. Now, right now, this don't look any like the wealthy section, but it's okay. To be honest, I really like to see kind of just how the everyday people live, to know, you know, like what life is like. A lot of times you just take the tours only, but
there's another celebrity here. I think his name is Mark Anthony. You know, people like that, they have like very, very expensive condos.
That looks like fun.
This guy's watching too much of the Astros. He's watching too much of the Astros.
Skyrise up there.
I'm a baseball fan big time, but this guy watches too much ball. It's obvious you're from Texas.
That's my squad,
You
man.
gotta watch, you gotta support your team, but Carlos Correa, that guy, I don't know if he's gonna, I hope he does. If I were him, I would stay with Houston.
Yeah.
That's my call, but again, it's all about this, you know? It's about the money. Anyway, amigos, we're moving away from San Juan, just for a little bit. We're circling the little islet. I'm gonna show you just a little tiny bit of San Juan before we get to the forts, okay?
Maybe there's a big one.
Okay? Before we get to the fort. Muy bueno. Yes. Remember, amigos, this is part of the U.S. Government, right? So we have the U.S. Army in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
The U.S. Navy, we have the U.S. Coast Guard, and this over here, which is federally owned by the federal government.
So what I'm showing you is owned by the federal government.
Oh, you know.
Because remember, they are associated with the mainland. America.
Bienvenidos a Nuevo San Juan. Welcome to New San Juan.
So we are now in New
Remember,
San
old
Juan.
in the back, and
This
new
is New San
right
Juan.
here. This is perhaps the most affluent area in Puerto Rico. One of the most affluent areas in Puerto Rico. Beginning from that building on the right side, all the way to the stretch of Ashford Avenue, which is known as the Condado District, or the New San Juan, or the Miami of Puerto Rico, because it's got the blend and the architecture of Art Deco buildings, it's got the high-rise skyscrapers, casinos, restaurants, and so forth and so forth. This building on the right side, my friends, is where Ricky Martin owns, I believe it's a penthouse, which is the top floor, right, of the building. There are other celebrities, baseball players, that probably own property in this area, but I don't know all of their names. Carl's been trying to have residents outside, okay? Many residents, trust me. And many residents in Puerto Rico. And other baseball players, of course. Amigos, if you look carefully, on the right side is the marina of San Juan, Puerto Rico, adjacent to the largest convention center in San Juan, Puerto Rico, el Centro de Convenciones, which you will see in just a few minutes, seconds. You can see on the right side that big arching building over there. You see it? That's the convention center right there. And this is the district of New San
Big Archie district of
New
Let's
San
see if I
Juan.
can zoom in for y'all.
And the beach
There we
building
go.
right over there. I can actually see San Antonio from here. Hold on. No, actually not. It's an island that I'm sorry about that. And so this is a peninsula away from the other peninsula we had just started, Old San Juan. So they're divided by sector. Okay? From this point, it becomes the island of Puerto Rico. This is where the point of demarcation starts with the island of Puerto Rico. From this point on, all the way to Puerto Rico east, whether you go west, or south, is the point at which the island actually starts. Okay? So we're going to do a little 360 right now and show you on some more. Amigos, did you guys know we were hit by a hurricane 4 years ago?
Yeah.
That was tough. That was pretty tough. That was category 5 for us. And, yeah, that was tough. No one anyway. Very tough situation. Anyway, vámonos por aquí. By the way, vámonos means let's go for the American side, alright? Vámonos, and besa means here. And mojito means mojito. Okay, what a beautiful sight, isn't it, my friend?
Oh yes.
Yes. Paseo Caribe, these are high rises that go for over $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 bathroom, about 2,500 square feet. Only the rich and the rich live in at least in this part of San Juan.
So
Amigos, I told you.
he's talking about these high rises. Kind of pan up. I can.
Takes about 7 hours to circle the whole island.
Goes for
17
millions.
cities in Puerto Rico, which means provinces on the
Oh yes, we're definitely having fun, Meg.
pretty big, okay?
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, very good, very good. For those that are sitting in the front, and also those that are sitting in the between, I want you to look at this building that we're seeing right in front of us, where my finger is pointing.
Okay, so I can't really see it because of where we're at.
Facade. It looks like something. What do you think it looks like? A ship. Yes, it does look like a ship. It was the Normandy Hotel, was the old Normandy Hotel and Casino. And guess who used to visit here back at the time? Remember the Rat Pack? The Rat Pack?
Okay.
Simon Davis Jr.
There we go.
What's his name?
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
Dean Martin.
Yeah, those were the celebrities The big time celebrities.
So those were the big time
This was the
celebrities.
Taj Mahal back in the day. This were the
Frank
mambo,
Sinatra.
the cha-cha-cha. Aside from really every American that would visit Puerto Rico, they wanted to stay over there at the Conrad. They wanted to be part of the action here at the Normandy Hotel. So this was the place. My father would tell me stories about this place. Unbelievable. When he was younger, he passed away. But he would tell me stories about the Normandy, about all the people that he interacted with, celebrities, you know, like the Rat Pack, like all the other ones, big names. You know, listen, again, this is going back in time. Amigos, we're very close to the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes.
We're very close to the Caribbean. Remember, this is all part of the Caribbean, but we haven't seen anything on the Atlantic side. So the north side of Puerto Rico.
Baseball.
We are over 50 miles away from St. Thomas.
Okay.
So we're 50 miles away from St. Thomas.
That's how close we are. We're about 95 miles west of the island of Dominican Republic.
95 miles west, island Dominican Republic.
Island to the island of Puerto Rico. The name Puerto Rico means rich port, right?
Oh.
Yes, it means rich port, but think about it. Back
I didn't
in
know
time,
that.
the riches of the gold, right? The riches of the silver that was being transported to Europe, and somehow they got the name of Puerto Rico, and they started mentioning over and over the name Puerto Rico. Since the early 16th century.
Water back there.
That's how
pretty.
far back the history of Puerto Rico. Amigos, those that are sitting on the right side and the left side, please look on the right side of the Atlantic Ocean.
So you are, this is the Atlantic
One of my
Ocean.
favorite views of all, my friends. I mean, there are stunning views throughout the island, but the fact that we're elevated over 40 feet above sea level, it gives you something to talk about, my friend. Beautiful. What do you think of that, my friend?
Wow.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So
yes.
nice.
Very nice. And not exactly the place to swim, my friend. You do not want to swim here. Why? Well,
Look at those currents.
because of the, what do you say, the sharks, those sharks, tiger sharks, right? I mentioned sharks, but it's very rare. It's very rare that we see sharks, you know? It's very rare that we see sharks.
Yeah, those waves are pretty strong.
Look at the coconut. You see the coconut? Ain't that something? We
Oh,
love
yes.
the poco frio, right? My friend said something about coquito, right? Coquito.
Oh, yeah.
Coquito, ¿verdad que sí, papá?
Oye, el arroz con gandules también.
He's talking about the most authentic food of Puerto Rico. It's rice and pigeon peas. That for us in Puerto Rico is a bomb, you know? Local authentic food. Rice and pigeon peas and pork, right? We also eat from the lechon asado, which is the roasted pig. That's very authentic to the island of Puerto Rico. But we also consume a lot of bananas here, right?
Yeah.
As in Cuba. Because remember, Cuba and Puerto Rico are very similar in culture. Very similar in the way we talk. But most important, very similar in terms
Yes,
of the food.
absolutely beautiful.
We have a lot in common. That's why the guy, loves the culture of Puerto Rico.
As we get to sunset.
Take a look. Yes, you got the beautiful sunset. And someone was asking me about whether it's going to get dark or not. No, it usually takes a little bit to get really dark. At least after 6 o'clock, I would suspect. And it starts to get a little shady dark. Just a little tinge of the darkness. Amigos, on the left-hand side, we have the first National Guard in Puerto Rico. The Guardia Nacional. Right over here, this building was built in the 1950s, and it still remains as an active Army base, at least National Guard itself. It plays a very important role in terms of the military defense of Puerto Rico. Of course, on the right side, you can't overlook that. You can see the water, how come, the calamity of the water. And the waves, sometimes we get waves here 15 feet to 20 feet, okay?
Wow.
Usually that has to be like a hurricane or something. So during the Maria hurricane in 2017, there were waves over 20 feet high. It was the most scariest and scariest of all, my friend. According to my sources, that live in this area. At least in this, where I live only 5 minutes away, but I don't live in this area, in Old Town and stuff, okay? Muy bueno, muy bueno. You guys want to see the second stop?
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's take a little statue.
Have to go, guys.
A little photo.
Thank you so much, Travel Hot. Catch us a little bit later to see the rest.
The half flag is down.
Okay.
I wonder if anybody passed away back home in the States.
Yes, I have staff, I see.
Yeah, somebody passed away. It could be here.
Thank you. Have a
But I
great
don't
day.
Anyway, amigos, let's make it just a brief 10-minute stop.
Okay.
10 minutes because we got to see the fort, okay?
Okay.
And we'll stop here. Those that want to go across the St. John statue are very welcome, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you sure? Unfortunately, yeah. Okay, oh, yes.
So, well, we are at our second stop.
Over there. Very careful, okay? The cross, very careful to the lines of the other side.
Okay.
Get close because there's somebody.
So you all, we are going to head across and take a look. So let me show y'all what we see right now. So first, let's go here. All right, so we're crossing out the crosswalk, y'all, and we're gonna follow the laws here, the rules. So let's take a nice view of the Atlantic Ocean, and then I'll come back up and show you all some other sites. So I'm not certain if you all are able to hear what he's saying on the bus. I can only hope that you can. But he's giving, of course, quite a bit of history, letting us know, oh my gosh, look at these waves. He was saying about the waves, especially when it's hurricane season. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, Meg. When it's hurricane season, you know, these waves get up to 15, 20 feet. That's, whoo. Okay, I'm gonna come this way. So, oh my, this is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just hearing the waves crash. You know, I'm all about my private time and just having time to just relax my mind and just to stand here and just listen to the waves and watch the water. Oh, this is just stunning. Absolutely stunning and amazing. So I hope that you all are enjoying this and listening to the sounds of the waves and probably want me to shut up. So let me shut up so you can hear the sounds of the waves. Now, because I want a view of me. So, with the waves. This is just wonderful. My hair is blowing in the wind. Okay, nothing about that seems great, but whatever. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much, Meg. So we're gonna go back up and so I can show you all the statue here. We only got about 10 minutes, so we gotta hurry. So yeah, as you can see, both of the flags are half-staff. I am not gonna lie, I am not 100% certain as to what's going on.
The mighty Lord, thank you, Jesus, for you and for me. God bless you, God bless you. I am Peruvian, but I come from Colorado and I'm preaching. I'm giving the message of the Lord. The Lord love you, the Lord love
That
you.
dude behind
Still
you
to the
is something like
Lord.
that. Oh, really?
Before be late.
Okay.
Still to the Lord, before be late.
So the lady that you hear, she just said like she's preaching,
The Lord love you.
not able to understand everything she's saying. But I wanted to show you all the statue here.
Cheers to the Lord. Cheers to the mighty Lord. Cheers to the mighty God. The Lord love you. I repent of your sins. Before be late.
And then you can see all the images. I don't think this is just, I don't think it is just
The Lord love you so
oh,
much.
I didn't think it probably was. I'm sure you know where he
The Lord
is.
love you.
But you know, they say everybody got a twin out there.
The Lord love you. I repent of your sins. Before be late.
Okay, so I wanted to show y'all that.
Receive to Jesus for salvation. Receive to
Now,
Jesus
as y'all
Christ
can
for
tell, I don't want to
salvation.
do it into the sunlight too much,
Receive to Jesus
but the
Christ
sun
for
is starting to go
salvation.
down. So, oh my gosh, the
Lord
scenes are
love
going to be
you.
even more spectacular than
The
they
Lord love
currently
you so
are.
much in Christ Jesus. That you are repentant, receive Jesus for salvation. God bless you. God bless
So,
you.
oh, this is a better view of the building. Because I know earlier I couldn't really show it to y'all as well.
Praise to the Lord. Praise to the Lord.
So,
Praise to the Savior.
where is
Praise
this?
to the Lord. Praise to the Lord.
And then, of course,
Praise to
because
the
the
Lord.
holiday season is coming up, Christmas, Feliz
Praise to the
Navidad.
mighty God.
You see it there.
Praise to the Lord. Cheers to the Lord before he leaves. Cheers to the Lord before he leaves.
All right, so we're going to go back across.
He doesn't like it. The thing. He reminds me about bendito. The Lord love you, love you.
Okay.
He love you so much.
So we're coming back over here. Let's see what's,
His love is big.
I'm sorry, I missed that last comment. I'm going to check it out in just a
He
moment.
give you to Jesus.
Just a
He give
moment.
you Jesus for salvation. Speak to the Lord.
Oh, okay. She's preaching about Jesus. Okay. See, I can understand a couple of things over here now. I did want to show you all this. So we have this statue here. And then this is what it has.
Puerto Rico and the nation.
Okay. Alrighty. So we're getting back onto the bus. Yes, gunning.
It's a religious manifestation here, as you can see.
Religious manifestation.
Yeah.
Wait, is this our seat or the next one? Oh, this one, because that has a water in it. Okay. Whew. So we're back on the bus, y'all. Okay. Oops, sorry.
Oh wow, hour over. Nice.
Yeah. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all might be getting more lives from us. Because I just like to be able to put it out there to y'all and not have to, I don't know, doctor it up so much. I want y'all to see the rawness of it and the vibe and get the feel. That's what I really would like for us from the Ocean Life to do. Is really just give y'all the raw feel of how it is. Because then you get a true picture of what's happening, you know, as we're cruising and what people are doing and how they're doing it.
And on next week we'll probably be able to do that a little bit more on Lord of the Seas. Now that we can go live from our phones and everything, we'll be able to give you that raw footage directly from the ship. We want you to feel it being there and our reaction to it. So because that's why we tend to like doing lives more than actually putting together content. We're gonna still do some, but we actually prefer going live and having an interaction with you all.
Now I know there are a couple of comments that we missed.
The real of it,
yes, the real of it. Yeah, it's definitely just something different. You know, even listening to the woman doing a religious manifestation. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like wow, because you know what people do in your own town, city, whatever. But then when you go out, you just want to know, well, what are people saying? How are they feeling? What is the vibe? And you know, in this pandemic, has just opened a lot of people's eyes. Oh, talking about the religion.
Yeah, because the Spanish bought it Catholicism.
So he was just saying that the main religion is
Catholicism. Can you hear me now?
Catholicism.
Yeah, there
Yes.
It took me about 45 minutes to work this out. But anyway, at least for the last portion, you know.
There you go.
So we can talk a little more, yes, about the fort, which is basically the highlight of all this, you know. You can push that a little bit forward. That's okay. Okay. Did you like to stop, my friends?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That's the statue. If you're wondering the name, well, not the name, yeah, the name itself. That statue, it doesn't. Oh, that statue represents the statue of St. John the Baptist.
Oh,
Remember,
wow.
when Spain colonized Puerto Rico, colonized meaning they took over Puerto Rico. St. John the Baptist was the first name given to the island of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico came later. San Juan Bautista was the official name to the island of Puerto Rico. But religion here is of Catholic. Catholic, that's our main religion in Puerto Rico. Okay? This is the same building we saw. You guys remember this, right? The Capitol, remember we stopped at the president?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's the same building. The only difference is we're on the other side.
Okay.
Okay.
We're facing the Atlantic side.
So this is the
So
same
this
one
is
where we saw
basically
the
the same
president.
facade. It's
One
all,
made out of marble.
it's
Yes.
who said that?
One made out of
Oh
marble.
man, all made out of marble. The marble came from Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow.
In 1929 was the actual year in which this building was officially open to the public, at least for the workers itself. But Puerto Rico became part of the United States of America. Does anybody know? When did Puerto Rico become officially part of the United States of America? It was a very important event in 1898 called the Spanish-American War. 1898 was the year in which Puerto Rico became a territory
Oh, wow. Cool.
of the USA, my friends.
I miss being in
That's a long time
Atlanta.
ago. It's a long, long time ago. Very much long time ago. Okie dokie. Are we ready for more action?
Yes. All right, y'all. Y'all
So
ready for
now-
more action?
I'm looking towards the direction where the harbor is, and I see your, what's your boat? I'm sorry, what's the name of your boat? Encore, right? The Norwegian Encore? Yeah. It's right there on the left side. What am I doing right here? We're doing good? Okay.
Yep. Good.
So from this point on, I can see, look at the ships. You see how beautiful?
Oh yeah.
And by the way, let me confess to you, my friends, about 4 years ago, we had 10 ships docked in.
Nice.
Wow.
We had over 30,000 people walking through the narrow streets of Old San Juan.
Woo.
Were we all happy? Yeah, we were very happy. Why? Because remember, tourism for us generates an astronomical amount of income here on the island of Puerto Rico, but it's not the main industry. Can anybody tell me, or at least if you have some hint, as to the main industry on the island of Puerto Rico? What do we make money out of? Rum is is on the top 3, so that's a good answer. Rum is number 3 on the list. Bacardi does very well. My God, very, very well. Sugar cane back 100 years ago, I would have to say sugar cane and coffee were the main sources of income, but not anymore. Not anymore. But it's on the top. It's still on the top, probably 10. Anybody else? Well, you guys, tourism, right?
Yeah.
Tourism does very well. Tourism is our second main industry on the island of Puerto Rico. And the first main industry is the medicine, my friends. The pharmaceuticals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the medicine. The medicine.
I never
Anybody
would've thought
in the
that.
medical field here? Yeah, they do very well. Amigo, welcome, bienvenidos to Old San Juan. This is where Old San Juan starts. Notice there's how do you say, the narrow streets, right? Remember back during the Spanish colonial time. Oh, that statue, by the way, is Columbus, the Christopher Columbus statue on the left side, the big statue that sticks
There
out.
we go, y'all. Christopher
But
Columbus.
Christopher Columbus, yeah. Remember?
There you go.
Christopher Columbus, even though they were Native Americans, Native people back before the discovery, we can say, my buddy there, but he's taking a lot of space. We can say that in 1493, November 19th, was the discovery of the island of Puerto Rico. Discovery of the island of Puerto Rico. How do you like it, guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at the narrow street. Look at the charm that adds
Okay, it's hard
to
to see
the
the narrow street,
architecture.
but
Beautiful
it's
in
narrow.
Yale San Juan.
and
Yale San Juan,
steep.
Yale San Juan. Yeah. The narrow street. It's like going into, what's this place? There's a city in the United States. I'm not seeing New Orleans. Maybe New Orleans has a little bit of this.
San Francisco probably.
Maybe a little bit of San Francisco might have, but this is a lot more older. Why? Because this is 17th, 16th, 17th century
look at
buildings,
this.
amigos. You mean to tell me that you have a, look at this view? Wow, this is,
Wow.
Look at
that's
this
not
view.
good. Look at the view, my friends. And by the way, I'm sorry to mention that the fort that we just saw on the right side is the largest fortification in the Americas, my friends. It was actually built in 1634, just to give you an idea. What you see on the right side, my friends, you see the gaps in between. Those are called cannon emplacements. Because why? Because the Spanish needed to protect the city of San Juan from the privateers, from the pirates, from the British, from the French. So they had cannons all over this place. Over 400 cannons between both forts, my friends. Isn't that something? You got also on the right side that little sentry box. It's like the little lookout tower. It's where the soldiers would look out with their flintlocks, meaning their rifles. They would look out to make sure that if anybody would try to penetrate inside, they would be shot down, because that's how bad it was back in
basketball
those
court.
days. Amigos, this is the right side where Carmelo Anthony's, he's a basketball player.
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony is the basketball court. And on the right side, this is where Despacito was filmed. You guys know Despacito? The video, yeah. So this is where Despacito was videotaped. Beautiful, isn't it? Muy bonita. One of my favorite restaurants, my friend. Oh my God, I love this place. La Vergüenza. La Vergüenza. Very good restaurant. Beautiful. Oh, San Juan. Look at the architecture. Look at all the balconies and the colors. It gives you that feel that you are somewhere in Europe, in Spain, maybe Madrid, Barcelona, but you're actually, or even Cuba, because my buddy back there will tell me that there are places like this in Cuba.
I absolutely love.
And having been to Cuba, I can tell that they're very similar, you know? The facade, the doors, the wooden doors. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And also you can see over here the narrow streets with the cobblestones. You can see on the left, right?
Yeah.
That is beautiful right there. Muy buen cobblestones here. Those are solo adoquines. No, adoquina. Beautiful,
even just
beautiful.
down here, take a look at the buildings and all the
As I
different
mentioned,
colors.
the Bacardi rum is on the
It
other
does
side
remind me
of
of
the harbor.
Spain quite a bit.
And Europe is probably about 4,000 miles away, including Spain and all these other European countries. So they're far out. They're really far out. Okie doke. Muy bueno, muy bueno. Excited, very excited. So we're getting ready to see the fort. Are you excited, my friend?
Oh yeah.
Woo! We're gonna. Yeah.
So as you
Very
can tell,
good,
it's
very
starting
good. I
to
like the
get
energy.
darker.
I like the
The street
passion.
lights are
I like
on,
it.
and it's just going to be some
Amigos,
awesome
this is going to be a
views.
15-minute stop, and our last stop before we get to the shopping area. So we'll leave. I want you to bring out your phone. No, I know it's okay. The little dog. I don't want to. I definitely don't want to harm the little one.
That's not.
Once we approach this area, you're going to see how beautiful that fort is. Take a look, my friend. Those that are videotaping the oldest fortification built in the Americas was built in 1539, my friend.
Oh wow.
That's a long, long
That is
time.
definitely a long time.
1539. Just to imagine.
I know.
It took 250 years to build. Are you going to cross? 250 years to build.
Wow.
Wow, isn't that something? Okay, so we're going to make that stop that I promised you. You know what? I can't park underneath, so I'm going to park right over here. How's that? Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, so this is going to be my bus. Remember, don't go there. Just stay in this area where the cemetery is located at, okay?
Okay.
Are you excited, my friends?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So we're at our third stop. So we are about to go and just take a look, a view. My gosh, just taking a look right now. It's just amazing. Oh, thank you. So we're getting off bus. So once again, I'm going to show you the view.
The glasses bus, okay? Take all the videos you want.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, so let's take a look at what we see.
Bike tour.
What?
Bike tour. Bike tour. Bike tour. I know why you didn't hear me.
Okay, so as you can tell, there's quite a few buses here. People are coming to see. So the cemetery is up ahead of us. And then, of course, it's just right off the ocean there.
This is nice. Oh, this is nice.
So if you take a look, so wow, this is just amazing. So I want to see if I can zoom in for you all in just a moment to show you. But I need a moment I can stop because we're kind of on a downward slope. And I am not in the best of shoes to walk on a downward slope.
I said the same thing.
Okay, so I don't feel so bad anymore. All right, so. No. Yes, thank you, Meg. I am trying my very best to be careful here. Yeah, because it's not like Ricky's actually holding on to me to make sure I don't fall, so I don't know what's going on.
That put you the same time, baby.
Which is more important?
Yes, honey. Yes, honey.
I'm already a broken woman. Do you really want me to fall? All right, so let me try to zoom in a little bit. I'm sorry if it goes super fast. Thank you. Yes, trying to be careful here. All right, so you all see, and then let me pan down here to show you all the cemetery more. And like I said, it's just kind of like right off the water. And then of course, you know, the sun is starting to set, so it's just beautiful. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I mean, it's just massive amounts of land here. And then you can see how, you know, it kind of goes uphill here. But I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Baby steps, y'all. Baby steps. Okay. Whew. All right, I'm almost down here. Walking up's gonna be a beast as well. Just want y'all to know that. All right, let's see. Oh, I made down some flat area. So, I mean, you can just see. It's hardly like any space left.
Buying land for building a cemetery. It must flood all the time.
You would think.
And so you just see how, you know, and even right here where we talk about these openings and it's just like, wow, it is so amazing. And then there's some type of ship heading out, being pulled by the tugboat. onto the open waters?
I'm thinking it might be like kind of like a ferry type thing, maybe. I don't know.
Good question. But it's just wow. And like I said, you can pan around and see. Oh, look, a doggy. Okay. I know. What can I say? I get sidetracked easily.
Hey,
No.
hey, David, what's going on?
Oh, hey. Yes.
Trying to, David.
Yes. And Meg, you know I'm all about the cats and the dogs. Let me see if I can go hunt it down real quick.
Oh, crap.
Leave me alone. Where'd it go? Let's see. Oh, I think they've walked way down there. Yep, they're way over there. So this has just been a phenomenal tour, just learning about, yeah, I guess you could say we're living a dream. Towards learning some history about Puerto Rico and just, you know, just seeing what they do here, pride in their, oh, sorry, I was looking around to see if I saw anything. What it takes such pride in their land. I mean, not that people should not take pride in, but it's just nice to see it. It's nice to see, you know, the culture, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Now, definitely, like they said, if you really want to see Puerto Rico, you're going to need a couple of good days. It takes about 7 hours to go around the island. But, I mean, just from the little bit that we have seen, I could see how it's absolutely worth it to come a couple hours, take some time, and just really indulge yourself into their culture. And it's nice to see. Thank you. So it's definitely something. I need to. No one's correcting me.
It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, y'all had me on here talking all this time and didn't even tell me I had food in my teeth. How y'all gonna do that to me, you two? Don't do that to me. Just, I'm looking a hot mess out here. You know, I'm supposed to be He got on a Hawaiian shirt. Never mind what we represent. Anyway, so we're gonna make our way back up. You're right. I did have a mask on. That's why. Let's put that mask back on. I won't be so embarrassed. Thank you for reminding me. So we're gonna head back up this little hill. Y'all see? It's a hot mess. Me and my shoes. I don't know what I was thinking. I done put on these shoes here. So I got. Don't ask me what I was thinking. So yeah. But this is pretty much the next part of the tour is shopping. We're not going to show y'all shopping. I don't shop. I don't like to shop. Like I don't really like to shop. That's just me.
Yeah, this was kind of spur of the moment. So we yeah, exactly.
You're right. Not appropriate at all.
Yeah, but on another thing, we weren't planning on going live, but like we got a connection, so we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna give it a try. We're gonna be in the U.S. Virgin Islands tomorrow. So again, we will have I'll have cellular service. So I'll go live from the ship a little bit for those who'll be on. Lexi is going scuba diving tomorrow.
Woo-hoo.
So
still on the profile.
Yeah. So hopefully we should take the GoPro with her. She's gonna help us get some good footage or scuba diving and snorkeling.
Hopefully, we shall see.
We'll see if it works. We'll see what happens. But more likely, you'll see me tomorrow from the ship, guys.
All right. Toodles.
I'm gonna holler at you later.
Thank you so much. You all take care as well.